Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth and righteousness and sincerity to you Israelite foreigners. Come back home to the truth. To those that have passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To you sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers who are out here teaching the truth, and always commemorate the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. All right, I want to read a scripture real quick, and then I'm going to drive off while I discuss it. Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her now, shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right, I wanted to read that scripture because I made an observation, and it's funny where I get the observation from, or what sparked the observation. I'm in my car listening to music, and a lot of y'all know I listen to R&B too. I don't discriminate. And I was listening to this song called "All of Me" by John Legend, which I didn't even know existed until this year when I went on that cruise and somebody sung it. But that nigga sitting here, the first thing he says is, where would I be? Is like basically talking about her smart mouth. Like you you love her smart mouth, right? And I'm like, who the fuck loves a smart mouth ass woman? A little witty, a little funny, yeah. But most of our black and brown women, basically what I'm making this video about is the way our women have, like no other race in the world, have abandoned us and have kicked us to the curb and betrayed us. This is not a hate black women campaign, because there are some great black and Latino women. But let's be perfectly honest. And if we're being perfectly honest, the majority of our women don't want nothing to do with us unless we provide something. Unless we have something for them. They don't want to hear from us. They don't give a fuck about us. What have you done for me lately? All the music is geared around basically women being empowered over men. I don't have a problem with women being empowered. I just got a problem with them being empowered over us. You have to understand that aside from these weak men in the world, you should respect the black man and Hispanic man's authority. But the problem is that we don't have Esau's power. We don't have the white man's power. So that gives these so-called black women license to disrespect us. Right? They get to talk to us however they want. They get to speak to us, and no other race's women talks to their men with such contempt. Like they have memes that they made about why they hate black men so much, because our whole race went into slavery. Oh, while they were raping me, you stood and did nothing. Bitch, you weren't there to see what the fuck men were doing or not doing. You think we're gonna compete with a fucking gun? Like, we could have been tied up. Like, you don't know what the fuck men were doing. But the way black and Latino women express their dislike of men until they need us. It's funny because, the black woman's on one hand, we don't need a man. On the other hand, we're the least protected women on the face of, who the fuck is supposed to protect you? The man that you say is not a real man? That's just crazy how these black and brown women think, man. They have totally betrayed us. I mean, with that said, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say there's nothing more beautiful to me than a dark-skinned, beautiful black woman. But in the same token, nobody has betrayed us more than our women, a lot of which are beautiful and dark skinned. In fact, the most beautiful are women. It's funny because the most beautiful of our women, we have some beautiful women. And think about it like this: I'm only acknowledging the Southern Kingdom. I don't date Northern Kingdom, but they have beauty too that a lot of y'all see. But the problem is that beauty makes them think that they're worth more than what they really are. They're beautiful. Back in the day, in Israel, I don't think it was difficult to find an attractive black woman. They didn't have to take their clothes off either. Now they have to take their clothes off. If anything, take your clothes off for marriage. No, these bitches be taking their clothes off for any old reason. It don't take nothing for a black woman to betray her black man. And that's crazy. And the Hispanic woman too, they ain't no better. They seem like they better. They put on a good show. Those women have betrayed you. Those women have absolutely betrayed you. You best believe that as much as Esau's the devil, so are these women. These women do not like us, and they like brothers in the truth even less, because we don't cater to their whims. It's okay to cater to your woman and your wife and the woman that got your back, but it's beyond stupid to cater to a woman who don't cater to you, don't give a fuck about you, don't do nothing for you. That's what's not okay. It's not okay to cater to a selfish, I'm the prize ass bitch. Y'all are not the prize. I forgot who said it, but women hold the keys to sex, men hold the keys to marriage. And the way I look at it is there's very few women out here that are worth marriage, because they're getting married to different men every fucking week in a physical sense. And so in some cases every fucking day. Our women have bitten the poisonous apple of feminism, hook, line, and sinker. They've fallen for it. You think because you want to hold empowerment. It's funny? All these chicks that have the keys to sex, so to speak, how often do they make good decisions in life? Yeah, you can you can lay down with whoever you want to. More often than not, you're laying down with somebody that's not a husband material anyway. So what really are you doing for yourself with all this woman empowerment? What has it gotten you? Broken households, tons of fucking spiritual murder charges. Because you know that even though abortion might be legal, right? And the Heavenly Father's not looking at it like taking it lightly. A woman goes to have 2 or 3 abortions. That's 2 or 3 murder charges in the spiritual world. There's going to be a payback for that. That's what's wrong with our society now. We've been taught by white people and greater society, quote unquote, that we don't matter, that our lives don't matter. Look at how disrespectful conservatives are to the phrase Black Lives Matter. Because I've always said I don't like the organization Black Lives Matter, but Black lives do matter. I always have had a problem with that organization because it's part of every man that I see that's part of that shit is a damn fruit basket. I'm not saying that all of them are. I'm just saying that every time I see anything that they're doing, the men look a little sweet. They're not the warriors that were around when I was younger. Y'all talking all this Black Lives Matter, but the point that I'm making about that is You see how the phrase Black Lives Matter is looked at with contempt. Because on the surface level, yeah, they're talking about the organization Black Lives Matter, right? But don't Black Lives matter? Don't the lives of the children of God matter? Think about that. But you know who don't give a flying fuck about Black Lives Mattering is black women, because they will bring forth white children in a heartbeat. They don't give a fuck to preserve their race. They don't give a fuck about their stock. I think white people may have a certain resentment for black people and Hispanic people, but nobody despises black and Latino men in their actions more than black women and Hispanic women. Nobody's more hateful and vengeful towards their own men than black. And it's crazy how it works out. Because white women, at the end of the day, when they get themselves a white man, a husband, they know where their fucking bread is buttered. They act accordingly. No matter what dirt they may do, or if they do dirt, they might not do dirt. They might just be like, no, fuck that. I'm not losing this for that. Black women don't be giving a fuck. Oh, whatever makes you happy at the moment. YOLO. Life is too short. You only live once. You know, they don't give a fuck about morality. I mean, shit, morality. Go on social media and see how many half-naked black women there are. The chicks always trying to show off their naked bodies. It's gotten to the point where women that don't have a nice-looking body be trying to show it off. And you still got to tell them that they're beautiful. Bitch, lose a couple pounds. What the fuck? You know? You know, but we sing love songs to these women. We sing songs like Put the Woman First. But what is this woman doing for you? Is she putting you first? Is this woman even giving a fuck about her man? I mean, Charlie Kirk was you know, a lot of things that I don't agree with, but he told the truth about the family structure. What he didn't tell the truth about was how his people deliberately destroyed our family, deliberately got in the mind of the black women by incentivizing single motherhood. That's the problem, honestly. These women were totally on board with these men that were quote unquote cheating on them and doing all this, as long as they took care of business. As long as the black and Latino man was putting food on the table. And then they made it where, hey, we got jobs for you. Fuck him. I mean, they gave these bitches receptionist jobs, secretaries and all that shit. Secretaries with attitudes. They actually defend their bosses more than they defend their men. Oh, my no good ass man. My man ain't shit. My man don't do this for me. He don't do that for me. You know, who the fuck would want one of these women? Let's be honest. I mean, we want women naturally as men that like women, because anything else is uncivilized, but who actually wants to spend their fucking life with any of these women? Let's be real. Our women don't know where the fuck they're standing at. They have abused the privileges that the devil has given them so bad that they are practically undesirable. They jump from bed to bed so bad. Who the fuck wants to spend their life with a woman who has all these men's spirits up in her? Because I don't. Any woman that any of us spends the rest of our lives with now, we love them the way we love them out of necessity. I can't put my spirit into a woman who's got other men's spirits in her and really feel that good about it? Especially these women that's promiscuous and asleep with anything. I mean, it's exaggerated. They don't literally sleep with anything. I'm sure that they have their mental system of what type of man they like and what type of man they're attracted to. But when you look at the bigger picture, and this is what's wrong with black women, black and Latino women, because I got to throw in them in there because they ain't no better. They don't look at the bigger picture and say, you know, everything that I'm doing is actually destroying me. All this promiscuity, you know, you don't look at the statistics and see that, because Charlie Kirk was right about that. Women that sleep around, they are putting themselves more at risk for mental health issues. You got all these memories floating around in your mind. You know, you might got a man hitting it right, but that man is reminding you of another man in your past. Next thing you know, you slept with so many men. Now it takes so much to get you off. You know, you might get a man who can go for a few hours. Then you get with a good guy, but he could go a half hour, maybe an hour, 10 minutes. You know, but now you're so used to getting pounded out for hours, you know, because it becomes, it's like you get headaches and you take an Advil for every headache. After a while, you develop, man, these Advils won't fucking stop a headache. Now I need 10 Advils. Oh, now you're going to kill yourself. You know, you develop, you know, okay, you know, a little bump of cocaine ain't doing it for me no more. Now I need a fucking line. You know, a little bit of alcohol. Oh shit, a couple shots ain't doing shit to me. Let me drink a fucking full red cup. Now I need more of it to satisfy. You know? And with sex, it's weird. It's a weird dynamic because, like I said, a woman that's used to getting pounded out for hours, she gets with a man who's just a regular, you know, whatever regular sex is these days. You know, now regular sex doesn't do it for you. You know, that's a lot of it is you're doing. You have betrayed your man. You know, these women get out of a relationship and think that they're hurting the man by sleeping around. They're actually hurting themselves and they don't know it. It's one of those long-term situations. You're hurting yourself in the long run. Now you can't really give yourself to a man all 100% because you've literally destroyed your life the moment that you can't give yourself to a man fully. But you don't know it. It's crazy. Your own psychology, you don't understand that all the male sexual partners you've had is now making you where you can't dedicate yourself to one man. So you meet a man, yeah, it looks good at first, honeymoon stage, but oh, I don't like this thing. You know, breaking ties is exactly what's wrong with the black and brown community. You know, all these splits, different camps splitting off from other camps. Because once you get used to splitting, hey, you know what? I don't have to tolerate shit. I'll just go somewhere else and start another camp. You don't know how many times I've seen a brother threaten leaving the camp because he didn't like a minuscule fucking order. I mean, it's just the first thing is, let me just leave. We always think the grass is greener on the other side. And nobody does that more than black women. I mean, you can blame men that make them into because if they're promiscuous, they're fucking somebody. They're doing it with somebody. You know, and all these things matter. We think that all these little details don't matter, like in the world. I'm gonna give a perfect example. You got men out here on the outside becoming women, and then you got men out here that'll say, hey, you know what? She's a woman now, so whatever she was born doesn't matter. So you'll do all types of weird, nasty sexual shit with a man that became a woman, quote unquote, but that man can never become a woman. You can only look like a woman, act like one. You know, because we're so concerned about the outer look, and then you black women especially, y'all are so in favor of sodomites to the point where you don't realize that they want to replace you. They want to take y'all men away. A good man is already hard enough to come by without these he-she's out here trying to take and trick some of y'all men too. And they out here trying to trick some of y'all men. And you black and Latino women have betrayed the black man so much, y'all don't look at the bigger picture and seeing, damn, I'm encouraging shit that's actually hurting me. I tell you, she that is my enemy, bro. These women, most of them are as much, or in some cases, worse enemies than Esau. Because I don't let Edomites into my apartment. I'll let a woman in. Right? Not realizing that she's the one that's destroying our race, our stock, our people from the inside out. These women are worse than the devil himself. And we've gotten a good glimpse of how bad snow bunnies destroy black men lately. I mean, Mr. Shay Shay, who else? Well, that's the only example I could think of right now. But that's the type of world that we're living in, and these are the type of situations that are being that are taking place. These are the things that are happening. And a lot of these things, granted, the lion's share of the blame goes to black and Latino men for slipping. But in 2025, on top of the black and brown men that have been slipping, now you got a lot of black and brown men that are waking up. Where are the women that are waking up? Very far and few in between. So what we have to do as men is we have to understand these women are our enemy. Not all of them. You got some sisters that I think are great sisters. You know, but at the end of the day, the black and brown women always has the devil to fall back on. They'll always fall for the material and all the bullshit that the devil offers them to betray you, even if they know it or not. I mean, if you're a woman who's single, you know, you were treated bad by all the men in your life because they were all black. You see a dangling carrot of a white man, hey, you know, you think he's attractive. He takes care of you. He does this and that for you. You know, and then later on in life, you realize he's a piece of shit just like everybody else. But you had to actually go through the bad white man to realize that you're actually in a better situation with your own brothers. Look at Travis Kelce's ex. Total narcissistic ass bitch. Do I look like I need to go out to pay bills? Like, bitch, what? You got dumped for fucking Taylor Swift. And you're still arrogant? You know, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Most of our people won't heed. Our women have betrayed us, and There's no remedy for that other than the Lord coming back. There's no remedy for that. They are gone. Our black women hate us. She that is my enemy, she is gonna be your enemy till the Lord comes back. You know, some of you might find a decent woman, you know, to even maybe a good woman. You know, you never know. You know, but the majority of these black and brown women, forget about it. They're washed up. They are not worth nothing. They are not worth it. Once this world gets a hold of your woman, look at the movie Temptation. Not that I believe that movies are always realistic or based on reality, but look at them. Look at how this woman who came from a good place, good morals and all that, meets somebody, and then all of a sudden she's the worst smut on the planet Earth. You know, but anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.